Hey Jess, hard to believe we made it here so quick and all the stuff leading up to it worked out so smoothly, but this has gone better than could have imagined, and I can't wait for the rest of our lives together.
And why don't you recount the story of you guys first meeting?
Um, First time we met, doesn't really stand out specifically. I think it was probably in the nursery on labor and delivery, and she was already squirting sugar water into babies' mouths so they wouldn't cry. And then just always going and getting things for me whenever I was up there. I guess the story of how we kind of ended up getting together is partially because of my dad talking about her, initially with my younger brother, and then when I started working there, she was going and getting babies so I wouldn't have to go and deal with their moms. She was hanging out with me in the nursery, chatting with me, and then she actually made the first move and sent me a message, and she says that she knew that I was never going to go hike the trail that she was talking about, but I kept talking to her, and one thing led to another, and here we are.
And what were some of your first impressions of her when you met her?
She's spunky for sure. She's got a fiery temper, and you can tell when she's getting worked up about things because her eyes bug out a little bit. I don't know how many times she's turned to me and just that wide-eyed expression, but she's a huge planner, so anytime we've gone on a trip together, everything is planned out before, so that makes it super easy. She really just cares about making sure that everybody is taken care of. She fits in well with my family. She lets me continue hanging around them, and she comes over with me. She's smart. She loves to read. I know she's going to be a great mom. She's pretty cute too.
And this is a similar question, but just I'm sure there's 1,000 things, what are a few of your favorite things about her?
At the top of the list is I know that she's going to be a devoted wife and mother. I don't have any doubts about her. I know that I can trust her totally. She's just been a support whenever I need it, and also the person dragging me into doing new things, making me try new foods and stuff.
And what are you most excited about for marriage in the short term, like just the upcoming weeks?
The honeymoon, right away, just being able to not have to worry about anything anymore for a week, and then I guess once we get back, it'll just be settling into the new apartment, seeing how the new routine will work out once she starts working, see if she really makes dinner as often as she said she would. But, yeah.
And then what are you excited about for marriage in the long term, like 10, 15 years?
10, 15 years, almost having the kids out of the house in 15. Oh, she can see me. Gosh, 10 to 15 years, I guess, having kids that are a little more grown up and becoming who they are. I have no idea where we'll be or where we'll live. I'm looking forward to having a greenhouse and planting flowers and having the rows of peonies that she wants, and dogs. Room for them to run around on. Yeah.
And then what's a lesson you feel like you've learned through your friendship with her, like something that she's taught you?
The best laid plans often go awry. But no, she does a pretty good job. She's taught me to be patient, just a lot. I feel like I was patient before, but I have to be more patient now. So but that's a good thing.
And then why don't you just share like a final little sweet nothing to her?
Hey Jess, I can see you doing your makeup, and you're not looking now, but I love you, and I can't wait for the rest of our lives together.
Hi, Ryan. everyone. I'm so excited that we're finally here. I know that we did a few things before to take some pressure off today, but I know that you'll be there at the end of the church, and I can't believe we're finally here. Like, I can't imagine, like, when you walked into the nursery and you were getting ready to stick babies, and I asked you if you were the kid in climbing club, if that was you, and here we are getting married 2 years later.
And then what were some of your first impressions of him when you met him?
He was kind of cocky. He leaned up against, I can see it now, he like leaned up against the counter and was talking to me, and we were actually in a surgery together. Like, I caught the baby, well, his dad caught the baby and handed me the baby, and Ryan was standing in there doing surgery, and then he came out to the desk afterwards, and all the nurses were asking him like what he was gonna do after college. He's like, oh, I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna go do this and be a doctor. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, you know, go on about your day. And then turns out he was actually really sweet.
And then what are some of your favorite things about him?
I love that he loves dogs. He picks out a dog from across the field and gets this little boy face that's so excited. He's like, oh, let's go see what kind of dog that is. And it's literally the cutest thing ever. And he's so good with little kids. It's just, it's perfect. And he's the sweetest, he's the most fair person I've ever met.
And then what are some of the things you're most excited about for marriage in the short term, just like upcoming weeks?
Living together. Even though we already got the apartment like settled and all of our stuff moved in, with the blood, sweat, and tears that was, I'm so excited to just be there and have nights together now that I'm on day shift, and have dinner together every night as a family, and go on our honeymoon and go to the beach and the ocean again. It'll just be great.
And what are you excited about for marriage in the long term, like 10, 15 years?
Kids, parenting, watching you grow, watching Ryan grow in his practice and in school and in his career. I'm so proud of him, and I'm so ready for him to be there, because I know that he's dying to get his hands dirty in surgery, and I'm ready for him to be happy in doing that.
And then what's a lesson you feel like you've learned through your friendship with him, like something that he's taught you?
How to be more patient. Even though I'm still far from being a patient person, Ryan makes me just stop and realize what's important, and how to just slow down and not think everything's as big of a deal as I make it.
And then why don't you just share some like final words to him? I had a thought of like my wedding day and what it would be like and the person I would want to marry, but I could not have even wished for you. Like, you're better than anything I could have dreamed up or thought up in my head. Like, you surprise me every day, and you keep me even, and I have genuine fun with you, and I know I can tell you anything, and you make it better for me. Beautiful. And then maybe one just like, tie it off, like something simple, love you, see you.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
I love you, and I'll see you in the glass church.
Ryan, it's been great growing up with many brothers, and I'm very fortunate to have one like you who sets such a great example. You've been a great person. I know you're going to be a great husband. You're a great man. As well as Jessica, since I met you, I've been nothing but impressed. You're extremely hardworking, extremely passionate, and I love how much effort you put into everything. And I know you will make a great wife to my brother. I'm extremely happy for the both of you. I look forward to being around you guys in the future and to see what you guys become.
Jessica, Ryan's been my best friend since I can remember. And going into the scariest moments of my life, moving into med school, moving to Kansas City, away from my family, Ryan has been the person that's been there with me. And while him marrying you does mean he's moving away, to me that means that I have you with me as well. And I'm really excited to share the rest of my life with you and with Ryan and with Aaron and with Nolan and with all of our siblings. And I feel like when we look back on when we were young, we'll be really excited that we took these steps together. And it's just amazing that you get to be part of our family.
Jessica, Ryan, congratulations. It's been an awesome couple days. Glad I was able to make it in for all of it. I'm excited to see what's all in store for you. You know, take it one day at a time. I'm sure you're ecstatic to get through this process. I'm excited to see what all unfolds afterwards. Congratulations again. Love you both.
Ryan and Jessica, congratulations. Really enjoyed being part of your wedding and seeing you get married twice. And looking forward to whatever the future brings, and maybe have you come up and visit us in Minnesota sometimes. Love you.
Ryan and Jessica, we're just delighted to see you two united in marriage, and we're excited for the years to come. We know that it's a lot of work to have a long and strong and happy marriage, but I think that you two are dedicated to each other, and I'm excited to see you put in the work. I'm excited to see your family grow, and I'm excited to see the way that you two will bless each other, and the way that you will, as a couple and as a family, bless your community and bless those around you. We're just excited to continue to support you and encourage you and be a part of your married life together. Congratulations on your special day.
Aunt Jessica, my Uncle Ryan is a great man and a wonderful role model. I think you will be very happy with him. Uncle Ryan, Aunt Jessica is one of the nicest women I have ever known. I hope you two are very happy together.
I would just like to say how happy I am that our Uncle Ryan now has a wife that we can call Aunt Jessica. It's a very big step forward in his life, and I'm very glad for him.
I'm so glad I got to be a part of this special journey and be a flower girl. I like that part, but I'm so happy for them, and I hope they'll have such a happy marriage.
I'm Dennis Higginbotham. I am Ryan's father. I have 5 boys and a daughter here, and I have 3 grandchildren here. And I have some brothers here. It has been a trip seeing my boys and daughter grow up. I wonder if it was the same kind of trip for my parents seeing my brothers and I and our sister grow up. It's amazing to see. I'm sure all of you that have children are just as amazed as I am at seeing the kids grow up. Ryan, there he is. It's just you've always been a little different from everybody else. I think you've always your head and shoulders above most people. From the time he started crawling, he never crawled. He scooted across the floor. It's been a pleasure seeing you grow and develop. Your mother did an amazing job raising you. Kim, you did an amazing job raising a beautiful daughter. It's nice to see them starting what will be their family now. Toast to Ryan and to Jessica.